Today on Teamy Outdoors, we float fish the Florida Flats with the new ELCO Electric 99, teamed up with the Sea Arc boat, one of the stealthiest and most effective way to creep you up on your fish. On American Comrades, Captain Phil and Captain Dan fly fish the Oak Orchard for monster browns with U.S. Army veteran Brian Ish. Also on American Comrades, we hunt with the Miracle Marine Eddie Ryan for Sitka deer. Keep it right here.
You're watching Teamy Outdoors, presented by Slay Odor Neutralizer.
Hey folks, welcome to Teamy Outdoors, presented by Slay. I'm Captain Rick, and we got an awesome show for you today. Today we're down in Florida, demonstrating the ELCO electric motor, teamed up with the Sea Arc boat, and of course, fishing with the Sheffield rod and Gamma line. Today we're out here with the brand new ELCO 99 electric motor, a lethal combination down here for stealth, no fumes, and no pollution. I'll tell you more a little bit later. But first, let me take you to my run buddies up north who have a special trip with a veteran named Brian Ish on Oak Orchard for giant browns.
Oak Orchard is one of the tributaries of Lake Ontario, so we get all the species that are indicative of the lake in here. But at this time of year, the first couple weeks of November, the salmon are almost done their spawn, and the big browns are coming in to gorge themselves on the salmon eggs before they spawn and then return back to the lake.
So more wrist, right?
Yep, more wrist than arm.
I'm trying to keep my elbow tight. A lot different than bass fishing, that's for sure. Just feels good to get out on my leg. On the prosthetic, I've only been in it a little over a month.
Brian is a big bass fisherman, but he had never had a fly rod in his hand. He's never fished for trout before. So it took us a little while this morning with a couple of lessons and demonstrating some casting, but he's a fisherman at heart, so it didn't take long for him to catch on.
Got him.
Got him, there you go. That's a brown trout that's going on the wall. Oh! Hate when that happens.
It was pulling like mad reel.
Well, as I started to teach Brian how to fly fish, the first thing I tell people is take everything you see on television with the fancy back casting and the double haul casting and just put that out of your mind for now, because it's a little bit simpler the way that we nymph for these trout. You're only casting 15 or 20 feet in front of you, and it's very simple to learn. There he is. All right, Brian. That's it, Brian. You want to keep that rod parallel with the water.
Ooh,
Put
that's
some
a big
pressure
one.
on him. When I tell you to, I want you to take the rod up.
Okay.
Okay, that'll lift his head up. I'll be able to get this net on him. Lift his head up if you can right now. There you go.
That's a big one.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Once we showed him the basics, then he didn't need a guide anymore. He had it figured out all on his own. That's what we're talking about there, buddy.
That's a nice fish.
That's a beauty. See his big kite? It's amazing. These fish will develop that kite to spawn and to fight off the other males, and then when he goes back to the lake, it goes away.
Some people think this is gross, but in the bass world, you got to kiss your fish.
There you go.
Good job, buddy.
This morning, we were a little concerned about Brian getting his feet wet, being that he wears the prosthetic leg. But Brian said to me, as long as he's catching fish, he won't complain one bit about having wet feet.
I was in Walter Reed and had a doctor come in, and he says, hey, look, you're never going to run again. Your military career is pretty much over. And, you know, that was kind of a shock because, you know, I was thinking, you know, I can still do this, but, you know, it's what I've done since I was 17 years old. So it's kind of like, hey, you're done. So I was just talking to a friend of mine, and he's like, you ever done bass fishing? I said, yeah, I did a tournament. I had a lot of fun. He goes, you should get into bass fishing. So I bought a boat. So I basically took 100% Army to 100% bass fishing, and I just went with it. I got this mentality, as long as I keep making improvements and keep progressing and just, I don't know, enjoy life. Can't go wrong. It's better than going the other way.
The sacrifices these guys have made for our country and the pain that they've endured, it's an honor to be in the water with them and hear their stories. It's something totally different that you just gotta have the utmost respect for them.
Got him? Fish on! Locked. Keep pressure on him.
The trick with these fish is once you hook them, to hold pressure because they can spit the hook really quick.
Making a run. Phil goes to net him. You're gonna lift up straight up on the reel. Try and walk his head right into the net. So mend in like you were gonna do.
Now this is fun. That's a decent
Hand
size.
off that line. That is a good one. Rod tip up, nice and high, nice and high, nice and high. There he is. Kaboom!
This is more of a workout than going to the gym. Ooh, that's got some size to him.
Yep. Girthy.
The tributaries in western New York are truly world-class brown trout fishing. The average brown trout in Oak Orchard is somewhere between 3 and 7 pounds, but we always manage to get a couple that are in the 10, 12, 14, even up to 16, 18 pound range.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Here we go. Back to your friends, buddy.
Team E Outdoors is brought to you by Slay Odor Neutralizer. Welcome to the world of precision scent control. NASCAR Racing Experience, the authentic racing experience. All Season Sports, your single equipment source for New York's Salmon River. The Great Outdoors, your RV superstore in Fulton, New York. By Sheffield Products, when precision counts. Spectra Shot. This shotgun shell eliminates doubt. J. LaFleur Logging and Forestry Products, providing you with all your forestry needs. Finger Lakes Tire, we carry every tire you'll ever need. Gamma Line, all fishing lines are not created equal.